Hey, legends, Frazer Brookes here, coming to you today with day 3 of the Content and Conversion Summit. I hope that you are enjoying and you've got value from the last 2 days. If you are here for the first time, then hey, at least you can take part in these 3 days coming up, day 3, day 4, day 5. If you have been here, and this is the 100%, you're breaking your 100% record. This is day 3. You've been here for day 1, day 2, and day 3. I am excited for you. Congratulations on committing to finishing what you started. Now, before we go into this, you might have noticed that I sound a little bit bunged up. I sound a little bit congested. I got a bit sick like a few days ago, and yeah, it's been a bit of a challenge getting through this, especially as a dad of a 2-year-old and a 2-month-old. You just can't rest it off, and it just got me thinking about how incredible network marketing is. Right? Like if I was back in the field and I was building an organization and I got sick, and I have kids, I've got that flexibility to be able to build the business around the family or build my family around the business, whichever way you want to do it. And I'm just so grateful for network marketing, and I'm so impressed by those of you who are watching who have kids and you have families, whether you're a single mom, a single dad, you've got a family of one kid, 2 kids, 5 kids, 10 kids, 9 kids, like my auntie, crazy. It's amazing. So I just had to say that because, yeah, whenever I feel sick, I always think about how I would be if I was not in the situation that I'm in now and I was doing something else completely outside of network marketing. Network marketing is the best. So here we go. Today is a very special one because we're going to talk about systems, and I'm going to share with you a system that I've been working on for a very long time behind the scenes with my friend Jesse Lee Ward and a couple of business partners. And I'm going to share with you a way, I'm going to give you a gift, how you could use it completely free for 7 days. And it's worth, in my opinion, it's worth thousands and thousands of dollars. It's going to be the greatest innovation in network marketing history a few years from now when people look back and go, that was a game changer. And you guys are the first to know about it. So I'm really excited about that. We're going to talk about it after our first speaker. But before we get to our first speaker, I want to kind of give you a real simple system leveraging Facebook groups and also kind of influencers on Instagram. Because at the end of the day, you have a choice, right? You can build on Instagram, you can build on Facebook, you can build on LinkedIn, you can build on TikTok, you can build on YouTube, right? The reality is what you're posting on these contents, it's all the same. Now, yes, you could go and go, well, actually, Instagram is 25 to 45-year-olds, 45 plus on here. That, by the way, this is not the actual numbers, right? This is just me giving you some sort of idea, right? So Instagram, 25 to 45. Let's say, let's go Facebook 35 plus. Let's go LinkedIn, like 40 plus business people, right? TikTok, let's go 18 to 25. Right, I know there's people older than that, and then YouTube is men. No, I'm joking. It is a male dominant platform, but it doesn't mean that the women aren't on there, right? So anyway, like just because if I post a video on here, right? I post a video, like that's supposed to be video. I'm not too sure why it says that, right? A video. I should also be posting it onto Facebook, onto LinkedIn, onto TikTok, and onto YouTube. There's no point in me just posting onto one platform unless I only have one platform. And what I mean by that, like I have Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, YouTube. I don't really use LinkedIn. I don't really post onto TikTok, right? But if I only had if I only had Instagram, then I wouldn't even really bother with repurposing. Yes, you could say you attract a new audience, but at the same time, if you're someone who struggles to build one platform, then don't allow yourself to get overwhelmed by being on all the different platforms. You can make millions and millions of dollars being on one platform. Now, yes, if you want to then be on all of them, like if you've been building on Instagram and nothing seems to be working, it's not seeming to take off, then maybe Instagram's not your platform. So you keep building on Instagram and then you start building TikTok. TikTok blows up and you're like, oh my God, TikTok is my platform, right? And you'll find a lot of the speakers that we speak to, they build on multiple platforms because it didn't work on one. They moved on to another one. It blew up, which gave them the confidence and the knowledge and certainty around what they have to do on the other one. Okay? Now, what I want to share with you is a Facebook group strategy. However, right? Let's put this in star. However, it also works with Instagram because although Instagram doesn't have Facebook groups, they still have places that you can go where it's very obvious that the person who's engaging in the content likes a certain piece of content, right? So let me show you this, right? So we've got Facebook groups, and let's say that you are interested in, let's say you're interested in travel, so you would find travel groups. Let's say you are a mum, so you find mum groups. Let's say you love personal development, so you find a personal development group, right? Let's say you love whatever, yoga, so you find a yoga group. And then last of all, let's say you have a multi-poo. I have a multi-poo. His name is Mando. He is the best. Multi-poo. He is a cross between a poodle and a Maltese, and he is the best dog ever. I know if you have dogs, your dog is the best dog ever, but like he's just the best dog ever. Okay, so we have 5 groups. Now on Instagram, think about it. We don't have groups, but if I've got a travel group, right? I've got a travel group and everyone in there, or I'm a part of a travel group, and everyone in there loves to travel. So what I want to go and do is I want to go and find a travel page, right? A travel page or a travel influencer. And what I mean is a page on Instagram that talks about travel like all the time, because then the comment section of that page, the comment section of that post, comment section of those posts that this page are making is going to be of people who love travel. So then I'm going to find a mum. I'm going to find a mum page, right? So a mum who's talking about being a mum, and guess what? All the comments are people of mums or wannabe mums, right? Or mums to be. Then I'm going to find a personal development page. Guess what? They're talking about Tony Robbins. They're talking about Bob Proctor, Jim Rohn. They're talking about like Mel Robbins. I'm thinking about the women ones as well, right? And the comments are people who have been to his event, love that book, it's amazing. Same with yoga. Who can you find on Instagram who have an organizer or an audience of yogis, right? And then multiple, right? And maybe it's not going to be a multiple page, but it could be a dog page, right? So just because I say Facebook group strategy, I don't want those of you who love Instagram and are obsessed with Instagram and don't use Facebook to go, oh, this is not going to work for me, because it is. So this is the magic with this, right? We're going to find, I've been teaching this for a while now and people love it. We're going to find 5 groups, or 5 pages, right? We're going to put groups or IG pages, right? Pages, profiles, whatever you want to call it. Okay, Facebook groups or IG pages. And what we're going to do is we are going to find a post that's performed really well in one of the groups, okay? So let's say we're going to talk about travel, okay? Travel. And we're going to go and we're going to find 5 pages or 5 groups around travel. So group 1, 2, 3, 4. It could 5, right? It could be travel Australia. It could be travel as a family. It could be cheap travel. It could be travel as couples. And it could be travel Sydney. Right? Let's just say, right? It doesn't necessarily matter, but you get the idea. 5 Instagram pages around the same interest or 5 Facebook groups around the same interest, okay? Now, we're going to find a post that has performed. Performance is based on comments. This is our key indicator. Why? Because comments create conversation. And why does that matter? Because conversation creates conversion. And why does that matter? Because conversion creates commission. There we are. There is no commission before the conversation. And if you feel like you're having to force the conversation is probably poop. There we are. Anyway, that's the last for today. Okay, so we want to find, so if it's Facebook groups, the one that has high comments. If it's an Instagram page, a post that has high comments. We're then going to copy that post, right? When I say copy the post, I should say model the post, because I don't want you to take, like, if someone says, hi, I'm Samantha, and I love to travel with these special shoes, you should all buy them. And people go, what are they? What are they? Where did you buy them from? How much are they? Have you got an Instagram? Have you got a YouTube link? Have you got an affiliate code? Da, 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 da. You're not going to go, hey, my name's Samantha, and I love travel. you're going to say like, hi, my name's Bob, and I love traveling in these shoes. And you're going to take a photo of your own shoes. You're not going to use Samantha's feet unless it's a feet group, right? No, you're not going to use her photo. You're going to use the idea. You just change the name, you change the photo, done, right? So maybe that was in this group, the I travel in these shoes post, right? And then we're going to put it into group 2, group 3, group 4, group 5, right? And we're going to do that potentially for 5 different interests, depending on how many interests you have. So to start with, just find one interest and find 5 groups, Facebook groups of that interest, or 5 Instagram pages of that interest, right? That's it. Super, 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 super simple, right? Now, once you get into a flow, you can then add a second interest. So it might be travel and mums. Then a third interest, travel, mums, yoga. Then it could be travel, mums, yoga, personal development. Then travel, mums, yoga, personal development, and dogs, right? And now you're getting into this flow of like every single day. The next day, by the way, the reason why it's 5 is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Day 2, on Tuesday, we're going to find a post that's performed really, really well in group 2. And we're going to go into group 1 and we're going to post it into group 1, group 3, group 4, group 5. And then guess what we're going to do on Wednesday? We're going to go into group 3 and we're going to find a post that did really well. We're going to put it into group 1, group 2, group 4, group 5. And we're going to do the same, boom, 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 for group 4, and then the same for group 5. So that every single day I am posting into 4 groups a post that has already performed super well until I feel that I know exactly what performs really, really well. Now, how do you do it on Instagram? Well, I've got 5 pages. I'm going to find a post that's performed really, really, really well, and I'm going to post it myself, right? I'm going to post it myself. Or what I'm going to do is I'm just going to find the comments of the posts that perform really, really well on these 5 pages, and I'm going to go and start conversations with the people who are in there. So on Facebook, I make a post, and I'm going to see the comment. I make a post that's already worked, and I see the comments, and I'm going to reach out to those people, right? I'm going to say something along the lines of, hey, Mary, thanks so much for the comment on my post in the Dog Lovers United Facebook group. Like, what dog do you have? Start the conversation about the interest, in this situation, travel, right? Maybe there was a post about the shoes that you made, and they said, hey, thanks so much for posting this. I absolutely love the shoes that I wear too. I got them from New Balance or Nike. So I'm going to say, hey, Mary, thanks so much for the love on my post. Thanks so much for the comment. Hey, which brand of New Balance did you get? Because I was looking at some New Balance trainers the other day, right? Or is it the brand, this make, right? Is it this model? Start conversations. Now, for those of you who are then like, oh yeah, but how do I bring up my product or my business? It's weird talking about travel and all of a sudden to talk about skincare. Or it's weird talking about dogs and then all of a sudden talk about health and wellness. Why? Why is it weird? Think about the last time you went for dinner with a friend, or you went for dinner with a family member, or you bumped into someone, or you sat down with a parent, whatever it might be. I bet you didn't talk about just one thing. And I bet you started talking about Formula One, then you started talking about where you're going on holiday, and then they asked, have you seen that new TV series on Netflix? And then you start talking about what you're going to be wearing for your friend's wedding, and you talked about 5 different conversations, and never once has it felt weird. Never once. It's conversation. Transitioning from topic to topic, interest to interest, to find common ground. And the reason why it flows with friends is because years ago, when you started your friendship, that's when it was awkward at the beginning. And true friendships last through the awkward phases. And the same with this. Network marketing is turning strangers to friends, friends to family. If someone doesn't want to have a conversation with you, then that's fine. Don't cry about it. Don't try and force it, because again, it'll be poop. Okay, so that's what I wanted to share with you today. And again, my assignment for you, if you're on Facebook, go and find 5 groups for one interest. Start understanding the flow of going in there and finding the posts and making them yourself. If you're on Instagram, go and find 5 influencers who are posting about that interest, who have the ideal prospect or the ideal follower around that interest, and start communicating with them. Okay? It works on both platforms. All right. So what I want to do is I want to introduce you to a friend of mine. I've been friends with her now for, I think, 8 years. And after this, I'm going to share with you the gift that you're going to absolutely freaking love, right? So I want to introduce you to a friend of mine. She is the number one recruiter in her entire company, and she has been for a long, long time. I think out of the top 20 recruiters in her company, I think all of them are in her team because they all follow the same sort of system as she has. She's like me. She understands that if you have a system, you have a business, because system stands for saving yourself stress, time, energy, money. And here's the reality that you need to know. If you have a system, you learn the system. If you don't have a system, you learn everything. And the conversation that I had with this amazing person is going to blow your mind, because it's so simple what she's doing, and she's absolutely crushing it. And she's going to mention some times that she does her certain types of content. And I don't want you to go, no way, I couldn't do that. Because in reality, you probably can. You just have to make sure that you get your time management on point, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. All right? So with that being said, I want to introduce you to my amazing friend, LaVonda Thornton Bush. All right, LaVonda, how you doing?
Amazing. I'm so fired up. How are you there?
I am so good. I was trying to think before, like, how long we've known each other and how long we've been chatting with each other, but we've never, we've done so many of these like little interviews and conversations and stuff, and I've seen your growth, and you're so close to like a huge milestone in your business. And I just want to say before we start, I'm so excited for you, and I just love the way you show up, and I love the way that you're doing things online. So I'm super grateful that you're a part of this, really, truly. So
Thank you.
so what's working for you at the moment on social media? Because you're very active on social media. You're always like trying different things. You're always doing different things. But I just love the way your brain works. Like what's working for you right now?
Right now, TikTok. Oh my gosh, TikTok is my baby. I am so fired up about TikTok. It's perfect for introverts. It's perfect for, not having to be super formal and, going live on TikTok. TikTok allows you to be so messy. So I'm loving it. I am loving it.
So what's like, are you creating like the short videos? Are you like doing the lives? Like what's that day-to-day grind look like on TikTok?
Yeah, so it is definitely short videos. Short for me are 3 minutes or less because I do explainer videos. I've tried the 15-second, 20-second trendy videos. You get the views and the likes, but I want the conversion. Okay. So the 3-minute videos work for me, as well as posting in my stories on TikTok is a hit, and going live on TikTok for 90 minutes or more.
90 minutes. Oh my Lord. And you're a busy queen, right? Like
Yes.
it's not like it's like you've got nothing going on in your life. Like you got a lot going on in your life.
I've enrolled about my best TikTok live. I enrolled 12 new business partners while on a live. So when that happened, and then TikTok tells you like, congratulations, you've gone live for 90 minutes. And I noticed that I get more viewers after 90 minutes. I'm like, they want me to stay. They want me to stay.
Yeah. Hey, you know what, you say that, like how many times have like, and for you guys watching as well, have you gone onto TikTok and you've seen there's just people who are just like, there's like a little sign, they're holding like a little sign up where they're dropping, they're doing just random stuff, and they've been doing it for hours and hours. And then they're like people trying to throw ping pong balls into like cups, and they've been there for like 3 hours, but there are thousands of people on the lives, right? It's like, what the heck is going on? It's just crazy. So let's talk about the explainer. I just love how you I just love how your brain works. So you've got the 3 minute how does that work? Like, because you're in the travel space, right? We don't mention like companies and products and stuff, but I think it's important that we mention like the sector that you're in. Are you saying like 3 minute explainer videos around the travel platform? Are you just like, oh, I'm just going to take this water bottle and I'm going to do a 3 minute explainer video about why this water bottle is the best water bottle in the world? Like, how does that explainer video work? Because I think people should do more of these types of videos.
Absolutely. So I actually have a 5-part strategy that works, and it works for every industry, for anyone who's looking to build their influence. And so the videos contain motivation, your testimony as to why you got started with your business. You drop a tip, a hack, or something to educate, right? So you're coming across as a guru. And then you're celebrating your win, or a business partner win, your industry win, your company win. And finally, you're saying, join my team. So that 5-part strategy, I can create 1,000 videos today if I wanted to. And that's just what works. And it's duplicating like crazy, because now you don't have to overthink it.
Yeah. So motivation. The second point, what was the second point?
Testimonial.
Yes. All right. The third point.
Education or hack.
Wow. And then celebrating, and then join my team, right?
Yep. And then I call it business promo. I tell my team, you have to promote yourself. So business promo.
Join my team, business promo, right? Because if you're not talking about it, how is people going to find out about it? Right.
Exactly.
You got to talk. So how does like that motivation piece look like? Because that's like the first bit, right? The first point of the 5. Like
So you know how you can go on like Pinterest and search up motivational quotes. Even like, okay, like you have back there, treat everyone like a someone. Start with that. Hey, everybody, treat everyone like a someone. I get so fired up. I get to coach and train and teach people how to start a business. The reason I got started is ABC, and I'm so fired up because most people don't know ABC. And, I'm excited even more so because someone met me on TikTok, total stranger, got started, and they're already killing it in this business. What are you waiting for? Hit that follow button and let's get you started today.
I love
that's how it goes.
And you just cranking those 3-minute videos out. It's not like a 15-second, 20-second, like, brrr. You're going into depth. You're taking the time to talk about your story, taking the time to celebrate and give the hack. You're taking your time.
Yep. 120,000 followers. And, I stopped looking at the number of viewers, because I've had videos where less than 1,000 people watched, but I signed up 10 people because of the value in it, and TikTok will make sure the right people see your content.
Yes. So then when you say like the call to action, I'm asking loads of questions and I'm making loads of notes just because I'm a lunatic and I love to get writer's cramp in my hand. So what do you do? Because TikTok, we all know on TikTok, it's amazing. It has its ups and downs with like the government saying this and that. But we all know that the messenger on TikTok just sucks. And like when you get someone
terrible,
right? Like someone comments and send me more information, you're like, it's just not like it is on Facebook or Instagram, right? Where it's just, oh yeah, I'll just send you the information, easy, no problem. So what's the call to action? Is it like go to my link in the bio? Is it like click this link and you're holding up a sign over your head? Like what's that call to action look like?
Yeah, so when we've met before, I told you how I automated that whole process.
Yeah.
And so it's definitely a link in a bio with a recorded presentation and giving them step-by-step instructions to get started. But in my video, I'm edifying that you don't have to talk to me. Most people who watch this get started, and so my goal is to get as many people to that link as possible. Even when I'm going live, I'm only going live to load up subscribers on that link. So I get about 500 subscribers a week to my link. And I know majority of it come from TikTok because the people that find me on Instagram and Facebook tell me that they found me on TikTok first, and then they're like, and then I'm from TikTok, and they're on Facebook, you know. But yeah, Messenger is terrible on TikTok.
So bad. Like, it's why is it bad? Why is it so bad? Like, just make it good. But anyway, hey, that's where the beauty is, I could say, because people are focusing on consuming content and creating content instead of messaging, right? That's the difference between these different platforms. So okay. So I'm on Instagram, I'm on TikTok, and I'm scrolling, and I see you, which I do quite a lot, by the way. Like, I see your stuff, and like, I love that you've got like your sector, like travel queen in your name. Like, it's just obvious what you help people with. It's kind of like, it's appealing and attractive for people to be drawn to. Anyway, I see your video. I'm hooked in because it's like a quote. I treat everyone like a someone. You tell your story. I'm like, oh my God, she's amazing. And then at the end, you're saying like, oh, by the way, click my link in the bio. Obviously, it's a bit more fluent than what I'm saying. Click the link in the bio. I click the link in the bio, and do they have to enter their name and their email address? They hit enter to reveal the secret of how you make money from TikTok with the travel business. Da 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 da. Like, yeah, the hook, right? So we click it. You're getting 500 plus people a week going in, leaving their name, leaving their details, and then they're watching the presentation.
Yep. And it duplicates throughout my team because the link that I created so anyone on my team can use it. Yeah. But in my videos, I also edify the link. So I make them feel like I'm just teasing them in the 3-minute video, but I'm like, if you want more detail, go to the link in the bio so you can learn all the details. And by the end of the presentation, you'll have enough information to decide if this is for you or not.
Yes. Yeah. Wow. Sorry, I'm a lunatic. I've got to write all this down. Otherwise, forget it. But once I've written it down, I know it.
You have dad brain. You have dad brain.
Like legit. People warn me about it, but I thought like it would go after like a week or two. It's been a long time with dad brain. I was on stage the other week. I was at an event in front of about 12,000 people here in Europe, and I completely forgot what I was going to say. Like, and I've said it 1,000 times. I was like, guys, I've completely forgot what I knew. The average age in the room was like 21 years old. So they were like,
they could not relate.
There might have been like two dads probably laughing at each other going, there's that dad brain. So shout out to the dads, but also shout out to the mums, because you guys have got a lot going on, and how you build businesses around all that, I do not know, but you guys have got superpowers that men can only dream of. That's for sure. So I freaking love this. So like I love how you're doing 3-minute videos and you're getting obsessed around the 3-minute videos instead of like the 15, 20 seconds where people don't remember any of it. They don't remember anything. They're like, oh yeah, but that one got 32,000 views. That one got 380. But what, like, how many people clicked your link? Like, you're generating, like, you know, when you started, maybe this is a bit of a weird question, but not a weird question, but when you started, did you write a list of all the people who you knew? Did you write?
I did. Right. Yes.
And how many were on that list? Do you remember how many?
Over 300.
So you're over a lifetime before you got involved in network marketing, you collected 300 names and numbers basically, and now you're sitting at home, you're creating 3-minute videos, and you're getting 500 plus people join your list every single week. Isn't that freaking nuts?
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I love about social media? Okay, so you and I are top leaders in the industry, and people panic about recruiting and prospecting. But when you market yourself right, your team recruit you. So these people are recruiting me essentially. I just have to put myself out there, and they're building rapport through content. It's a game changer.
Yeah. So then how much that, because obviously on TikTok you can't really have conversations with people in the messenger. So you're going down. So this is what I want people to understand, right? It's a people business, and you're understanding people by telling your story over and over and over and over and over again, because you know that's what moves people. And some people are going to go, oh, if I do like how many of these videos do you do a day? These 3-minute videos? You just do the one?
So I have about 80 in my draft. So I always keep my arsenal loaded on the days that I don't feel like doing video.
I freaking love it.
But literally, like, because I'm dressed up for you today, after I get off of here, I'm probably going to do 20 videos.
Oh, you're a legend. And do you just post one of them a day? Do you post 2 of them a day? Like,
yeah, sometimes 2 to 3. It just depends. Especially if I'm going live, I may only post 1 video because that video will boost up, more people coming to the live, which is where conversations happen. Actually, people will say, I've been seeing your videos. Oh my gosh, you're amazing. And I'm like, go to the link so you can get the details. Go to the link, go to the link.
Oh.
And they'll come back. I've had people to say, I'm going to the link and I'll be back. And they'll literally go to get information, come back, and they'll say, I'm in. I'm like, checking my back office. Like, oh my gosh.
Because I think like when you're at a certain level and you're like, let's say you're full-time in the business, you kind of have this understanding of like, I'm full-time. I need to spend a lot of time having conversations with new people. But I feel that you're taking that time and creating the content and doing the lives. So you're like spending like 2 hours a day, like 2.5 hours a day doing all the content to the link, right? It's much more, guys, it's much more than a link, right? It's a link and there's a system behind it, right? But you're filling that funnel. Then when people join, we will talk about in the next part, when people join, then you can have a conversation with them, right? Like you can have a conversation. So it's so interesting, all the different ways of doing things, but like you believe in this, you trust this, and you commit to this. So how do people find you? I want people to go and see this in action. Like, how do they find you? What's your TikTok, Instagram, Facebook handle? How do they go find you on all the things?
Yeah, so I'm the Travel Queen on TikTok.
The Travel Queen. Wow.
Yeah. And I'm Travel Queen on YouTube, which I'm like still getting prospects on YouTube. I'm like, how did you join me? I always ask people because, like I said, they find me. And they'll say, well, I was searching for a business. You popped up. And I'm like, oh, great. On YouTube. YouTube's still popping. Let's go.
From a video in 2004. Yes.
Yes. And Travel Queen 4K on Instagram. I'm not as amazing on Instagram as you are. I was bragging about you to my sister. I'm like, no, this guy is amazing. I watched you just kill it over the years.
I have a love-hate relationship with Instagram, and like the majority of the stuff that I see you do is still on Facebook. Like, and I kind of like. I have this weird, it's like before like I used to post on Facebook every single day. And then when I stopped posting on Facebook every single day, I stopped really connecting with new people on Facebook every day. I still do, but like nowhere near as much as I was. And I have this like group of friends who were there like whilst that was happening, and you were one of those. And like, I just haven't really ever forgotten any of those people because like, I don't know, I owe so much to that time in my branding like lifetime as to you, I guess, too, right? Where we all started. I don't know, it's a weird thing, but LaVonda, you're amazing. Thank you so much. I've got so many questions I can't wait to ask you in the second part. But guys, go follow LaVonda, go and cheer her on TikTok, go and see what she does, and maybe even fill the form. Right, see what you can kind of figure out, right? Because she's a fan of the industry, she's a fan of you, and again, LaVonda, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
All right, thank you so much, LaVonda. That was absolutely incredible. You know what? I really love the idea of long lives. Like I've been saying it for a while, to be fair, about like live video being so powerful. And when I built my entire business, my entire brand, really on live video, like my main brand, like I built all through live video. And I just think that more of us need to just hit the live button and just have it there in the corner whilst we're just living our day-to-day life. Obviously, you're going to know it's there, and you just need to have more conversation. And again, like, if you're afraid of lives, what I would say is go live on the platform that your friends and family are not on, right? So if your friends and family follow you on Facebook, go live on Instagram. If your friends and family follow you on Instagram, go on TikTok. If your friends and family follow you on TikTok, go on YouTube until you realize, you know what, I don't really care about this. And it's amazing, LaVonda's confidence since I first started working with her to now has like skyrocketed. Why? Because she knows how to have conversations and talk to people now, because she's been doing it over and over and over and over and over again. All right, so before we move on to the special gift, I just want to let you know again, if you haven't already done so, the All Access Pass, you haven't got long left to be able to get that. Again, once the timer hits 0 on this page, you will be taken to day 4. And when the timer hits 0 on day 4, you'll be taken to day 5. And when the timer hits 0 on day 5, you will not be able to get the All Access Pass for the incredible price that it is right now. All right, so pay attention to that. Okay, so the All Access Pass is the full recordings of the 5-day summit, right? Which means you can go over them over and over and over again, find your perfect strategy, repeat, come in here and do all that. The second part is the behind the scenes interviews, right? So all the people I've interviewed throughout this challenge, the 10 of them, I go deeper on a certain topic with them. Now with LaVonda, I asked her, what are you actually talking about on the live? So like, what's the framework of the lives? And like, how do you get people from watching the live to joining? Because she said that she had, I don't have the number written down, but I know she mentioned, I think it was 12 people joined from one live that she did. Would you do a 90-minute live if you could follow a framework to get 12 people to join your team? And the interesting thing was, there's 20 to 50 people on the live. So it wasn't that there was thousands of people on the live. There was 20 to 50 people on the live at any one time. Because it's a long live, people kept jumping on and stuff. All right? So yeah, what are you talking about on the lives? What is the framework? How are you moving people from the live into your onto your team? How are you recruiting 30 people a week? 30 people a week? And how are you getting people started? Right? And also, how do you duplicate top recruiters? Because almost everyone in that top leaderboard in her company from recruiting is in her team. All right. And then the last part. So you got the lifetime access to the summit, the behind the scenes interviews, and then the last part is the implementation day. Right. Whereas we're going to have a 2-3 hour training on Zoom, and it's going to be, and you're going to get the recordings of that as well. And I'm going to go through the maybe 2 or 3 top strategies that I would be using if I was you, and create a game plan. That game plan alone is going to be worth its weight in gold, just because it's going to take all the overwhelm, all the confusion, and it's going to give you a step-by-step plan on how to actually get it done. All right. So that's that. Make a decision if you want it. If you do, click the green button. If you don't click the green button. Right. But I hope I get to see you for the rest of today and the next 2 days anyway, whether you do it or not. Okay, so here we go. Before I introduce our next speaker, again, LaVonda follows a very simple system. Our next speaker follows a very, very simple system. And it's because of the system that's allowed them to have incredible growth and have a ridiculous full-time income, multiple 6-figure income year in, year out. So for those of you who don't know, we lost one of the best network marketers the world's ever seen. Her name was Jessie Lee Ward. She was a dear friend of mine, one of my best friends. I spoke to her every day. I had a coaching call with her every single Tuesday where she would ask me questions of what's going on in the industry, and I would ask her questions about what's going on in her team, right? So she would tell me what's working in her team. I would tell her what's working in the industry. And it was super, super fun. And one of the coaching sessions, she comes to me and says, I'm super frustrated because of a few different things, right? And I'll tell you why, right? What they were. Number one, we have loads of sellers, not recruiters. And I'm like, yeah, I think a lot of people would agree on here, especially on here right now, that it's become a lot easier to sell the product and a lot harder to recruit, right? That's number one. Number two is people are really struggling to generate leads. I was like, yeah, I agree. Number three, people suck at following up, even if they know that the fortune's in the follow-ups, right? Number four, building a list, right? This is so important to build a list. Hey, when you get started in network marketing, one of the first things people tell you to do is, hey, build a list. and then you build a list, you start contacting people on the list, you absolutely hate contacting people on the list, you get nervous, you got excitement, you got anxiety, you've got all the feels, and then you stop building a list. Let me take some green tea. Then you stop building a list, right? So we got sellers, not recruiters, struggling to generate leads, struggling to follow up, not continuing to build a list, right? And what was the last one? I forgot what the last one was, and I don't have it in my notes. There was a fifth one. It will come back to me. This is the beauty of doing this, right? When I'm not feeling so great. Instead of just being like, we're canceling day 3, we're doing it anyway. There was another one, day 5, number 5. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it would just frustrate her, and she wanted. That was it. Sorry. Platforms and languages. Sorry, there we are. What she meant by that was that she used to use the ad tag message system on Facebook, right? Which means you would get someone, you would invite them into a group, the group would have all the information, all the trainings. But we live in a world, and a lot of you guys are on here, that you might not have Facebook. So if your system is on Facebook, but you don't have it, then how can you get part of the system? Just sign up for Facebook. People don't want to, right? So she wanted a platform where everyone could come together, and then languages, right? She was building a team in Italy and Germany and the US and the Spanish market. So hang on a minute. Does that mean I have to have a Facebook group for every single language? Oh, no. So we coming through this, and we ended up creating a tool or a system. It's much bigger than a tool. It has tools inside of it called Saga, right? Saga, right? That is the name. Again, it's your story will continue with this system. I want to show it to you. I actually want to demonstrate it to you real quick because it's powerful. And I want to give you the gift at the end of it, which you're going to absolutely love. So this is Saga. And there's a few different things on here. Like you've got onboarding on here where we're going to get you off to a fast start. In fact, a lot of these videos are actually done by me, right? So you're going to get there we are. There's me. You're going to get I'm going to teach you how to find your why, belief in the industry, belief in your company, understanding the process that you need to take people through in order to win, working with this tool. Then we're going to create your first win of how to connect, how to invite, how to inform, how to serve, how to launch, then how to actually set up Saga itself, right? But very, very simple, right? Then what we've got contacts. This is my favorite part of the whole process. So when you come on here and you go into Kanban view, what you're going to find is you can import contacts. You can import them through a CSV file. You can import them from your mobile phone. You can import your Instagram contacts, your Facebook contacts, and soon your LinkedIn contacts. And what will happen is they will appear here. Like if you've got 100, it will have 100. If you've got 1,000, it'll have 1,000. If you've got 10,000, it'll have 10,000. So let's say we've got this guy, Zwad, right? And we can now see Zwad here. And we've got his name, we've got his email, we've got his Instagram handle, we've got the number, blah, 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 right? And it's going to tell me, like, what I need to do with our AI assistant. So I click on start journey, right? And it says, in this step, you have to start conversations and build genuine relationships. You are not selling anything yet, just making connections in a natural way. Find common ground and keep it casual. So I'm going to go share script. And our AI is going to suggest you certain scripts, right? Like, hey, Zad, I hope you're doing well. How? And then something relevant going for you. So I'm going to click on share script. I can click on any of the icons, and these will come up because we have that information. So we have an Instagram handle. So if I click on that, it will take me to his Instagram profile. If I click this, it will send an email. It'll be open an email to him. If I send this, it will send a text, an SMS. And if I send this, it will then open up WhatsApp, right? For example, it will open up WhatsApp. I don't want to do that right now because that's going to be weird. All right. And now look, it now has moved me from the connecting. Let me move this. Connecting to inviting. So now it's telling me, Zoad, I need to invite, right? So now that you built some rapport, it's time to invite them to take a look. So I'm going to go share script again, right? So I want to find the script. I'm going to copy this. And now it says, now help them to see what's possible. Send a success story. Send a script, right? Copy this. So I'm following what the AI is telling me to do, okay? Now, let's imagine that I've invited and said, hey, Zwad, what a cool name, by the way. Hey, Zwad, Just curious, would you be open to checking out some information on a game-changing system to make more money online? He says, yes. I now need to send the presentation. So I can go into our library, your own library, and let's say that this video, the 12 reasons why to join network marketing, let's say you uploaded the video that you have, which is the company presentation, right? The business presentation or the product information, whatever that might be, right? So now what I'm going to do is I am going to copy this link, right? And I'm going to go and I'm going to open up a new window so that you can see what happens. So Zwad now gets this link. He clicks this link and he's going to see this video. Hey, legend, free. I'm just going to put it on mute here. It's now going to play 12 reasons why to join network marketing. Obviously, this could be 12 reasons why you should join company X or 12 reasons why you should be using product Y, right? Now, if I actually set this up correctly, which I haven't on my end, there would be a button there that would say, contact me, like to your WhatsApp. So they click the button, bang, goes to your WhatsApp and they can message you straight away to continue on the conversation. But here's the beauty of it, right? Zwad's been watching this video for now 30 seconds, 31, 32, right? I'm going to go back and what I want to see is, it's now Zwad's being informed, okay? Zwad's being informed and it's going to show me the activity. Let me just refresh this. It's such a cool system, man. All right. And now you're going to see Zwad is no longer in the informing stage. Zwad is in the serving phase. We call the serving phase because for us, it's following up. But the follow-up has got such an icky, sicky, horrible name and an idea in the network marketing space that we want you to serve people until they make a decision. But look at this. It now says that Zwad has viewed the video name for 30 seconds. So I know how long he's watched the video for and if he's actually watched it. That is unbelievable to have that information. So my goal, I then know my goal is I need to connect with new people. So how do I do that? Import my contacts. Then I need to invite them. Then I need to inform them. Then I need to serve until I launch them. Now, we mentioned about importing contacts. What happens if you have no contacts to import, right? Well, what we've got here is we've got a lead magnet where you can create a very, very, very simple, you can create your own lead magnet, which means people will leave their name. In this example, there's this one, but you can create, it's very, very simple to create. They leave their name, so Bob Jones, their email, their Instagram handle, and then their WhatsApp number or their phone number. Then when they click get it for free now, guess what's going to happen? That person, let me just do it anyway. Bob Jones. Let's just go Bobby 221 da 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 da. Let's go Bobby 111111, right? And then let's go 78 da 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 da. Right? There we go. Get it for free. Awesome. Check your email. We've sent you a freebie, right? So now they're going to get an email with the freebie, and then they can click message me if they want to continue the conversation. But on my end, what was his name again? Bob Jones? Bob Jones, right? So I can click Bob Jones and I can start the process again. Start journey. I'm going to send him scripts. I'm going to follow the process. I'm going to see the activity. Oh, I got this source through a lead magnet so that I know what works. So what I can do now is I can create more content on social media with the idea that when I do my stories, I do my reels, I do my lives, I'm going to implement what LaVonda just did. And my link that's going to be in my TikTok bio, my Instagram bio, my Facebook bio, maybe that I'm going to direct with little links in my stories, is going to drive people to fill in information to get something additional of value. And then they're going to appear here in my Kanban view. And my goal is to move people from here to here, here to here, here. Sorry. There we go. From here to here, here to here, here to here, and so on. There is also an email broadcast so that when you get all these contacts, you can email broadcast them. So if you have 100, you can send with one click 100 emails to 100 different people. There are challenges, there's libraries, there's so much. Even one of my courses, the Social Selling Secrets, is in here. So here's the gift for you guys. Here's the gift for you. If you go to, let me actually show you this website. If you go to if you go to thesaga.app/Frazer, right, thesaga.app/Frazer, you'll be taken to this website, right? And you can see all about, I don't know how to find leads, I don't know how to track follow-ups, I don't know what to do next, right? And it's got all the different information here for you to check out. We've got some success stories here, a little bit more about me, and you can see that this is how much it costs, right? If you pay yearly, it's $29.99, it's $30 a month. If you pay monthly, it's $40 a month, which is a system that's already being built for you. However, you guys are amazing. So what we've done here is, you can see here, get the exclusive 7 days free trial. If you click on this, and you'll see it's the Content and Conversion Summit 2025 special. You haven't got long left to actually take advantage of it. But if you click on here, fill in your information, you will get a 7-day free trial. And during those 7 days, we will be doing a community call to, again, show you how to use Saga. Because our goal is not for you to just stick around for 7 days. Our goal is for you to stick around for 70 years, right? Knowing that this has produced an income for you and your family for the long term, all right? So that, in my opinion, is probably the best strategy that you're going to find in this Content and Conversion Summit. Why? Because it's a system. It's a system, and people have been lacking the system. They've been missing the system, all right? So here's what we're going to do. I'm gonna move on to our next speaker, our second speaker today, our last speaker for today. Amazing human being. He was one of Jessie Lee's right-hand man. He traveled all over the world with Jessie Lee, spent a lot of time with her, probably spent more time with her than anyone else did, especially in her last 12 months to 1 to 2 years, right? Was part of her organization, has taken Saga and doubled his already huge business in just 90 days. Imagine doubling your business in just 90 days, but imagine if that business was already making you a multiple 6-figure income. And he's going to share with you some of the stuff that he's done that's been able to make it happen. So we're going to go all the way over to Switzerland to my friend, Sascha Franz. All right, Sascha, how you doing?
I'm great. How are you, Frazer?
I'm doing really good. You know what, mate? We're interviewing 10 people, 9 women, 1 guy. So I'm so grateful to have some testosterone and some manly conversation. We were talking, I said, I wish I got my hair cut, and I got the tan, and I got the chiseled chin, and and the pump. And he went, oh, I need to get the pump too, and jumps behind and does 10 press-ups, does 3 burpees, and is ready to rock. So if you see any veins pop in, that's why.
No, I keep my head down.
Yeah. You just keep it like this, right? Don't reveal them.
Yep.
Sascha, you and I have known each other now for, I think, 6 or 7 years. And in that time, I've always known you to be someone that helps his team make it easier. You're always obsessed with systems and scripts and different ways for people to build. What's working for you, or what's been working for you to help your team, even when there's the COVID times, there's the post-COVID times, and we're coming out of the post-COVID times, and there's different transition going on in the industry? What's allowed you to grow your own team as well as your own organization?
Yeah. So first of all, one thing that helped me is self-observing myself, because there's a reason why 9 women and 1 man is in the interview, because the women are so much greater in building connections, and they are so great in doing this business. So now I have to use what I'm able to use. And the point is, I'm not the best recruiter, so I have to find other ways to become successful in this business. I was working as a consultant before this, and the point is, I don't want to hype something. I just want to build out some clarity. And for me, it was I had to understand that I'm not in the product business. I'm more in the recruiting, training, and leadership business. And because I'm a system person, I like to scale things, and I want to do this business really on a professional way. So this is why I started to look into this and say, hey, how can I build people who build people? And if I'm the CEO of this organization, it feels like to have some kind of decentralized sales team. And my only job is to find good people and then train them. And then also another part is make them seen, feel loved, and help them to grow so they stay until they succeed.
So, and how does that look like? So, like building people to building people to build people. I love that. And I see that that is something that people aren't focusing on. They're just focusing on going viral, getting 100 different sales, and just, in English, we say chuck enough, let's say, spaghetti against the wall to see what sticks. Whereas you're in the environment, because you're not necessarily like the biggest recruiter, you're at the mindset of like, if I recruit one person, I'm going to do everything I can to give that one person the best chance, right?
Yeah,
so
I have to.
yeah, right, yeah.
I
You know
have
what?
to.
It's that balance though, isn't it? I think during, and it's in seasons as well and waves, like in COVID, yes, going out there and recruiting 20 people in a month, absolutely amazing. You know, they expose themselves to the business in a much more serious way because they had to. Now, and again, like, then there's people who are recruiting 10, 20 a month, people who are recruiting 1, 2 a month, maybe. And it's getting that balance of like launching the right people, getting the right people started. So do you have like a process, the system in place whereby you're able to get people onboarded, get them launched, give them the necessary scripts for them to have the best chance of winning?
Yeah, absolutely. Because I was looking into why do people fail? And I just saw like they don't have a system, they don't have any tracking, there's no follow-up, there's just a little bit like hype and hope, but nothing more. So I came to for my team, I was looking into like what are the three core skills you have to master. The one thing is like lead generation. And lead generation is like, if you have enough leads, it's hard to stay poor. The other thing is like the conversion thing. And then, of course, the duplication. And for the conversion, we also had so many conversations about this. It's like most of the people don't have a structured process how bring people from A to C. And then they get lost because they don't know what to talk to. But if you talk to any sales expert, they really have a script. They have a process, what's coming next. And this clarity helps them to be more confident. And even if something pops up, they feel safe. And people want to buy from people who feel safe and from people, of course, they like. And the last part is, of course, the most trickable thing or the challenging thing is like, I don't want to do this for the rest of my life by myself. Otherwise, I'm super self-employed. I'm in the rat race. No, I want to have duplication. Otherwise, it's just a golden cage where I have to run by myself. And every time I slow down, my business slows down. And that is so fucking exhausting that I said, I need to have duplication. And every pilot is starting with a checklist at the beginning.
Yeah.
Every super high-level organization has clear checklist how to start. And the point is, it's so disappointing if you do not start right, your motivation goes away so fast. And the first thing we have to do with our people is like helping them from getting from 0 to 1. Make the first win. And this, if you have a system, almost everyone can do this. But if you throw something, use the hype is not enough. Yes.
I call it hopium. You know, like opium. It's like,
I like that.
it's like the worst drug. Like, let's hope. I hope they do something. I hope they get excited. I hope they're like me. And it's so funny, like, Sash, like the number of people who say, and we've all thought it, I've thought it, you've thought it, everyone's thought it, if only I could find someone just like me. Yeah. And the reality is, like, you today, that would be amazing. But you, when you started, but the reason why, I mean, I think like you've been involved in this industry for a long time, but I think you know that like you could have shortened that success journey if you'd had everything right, if you'd had the onboarding and you knew how to generate leads and you knew the structured sales process and you knew how to convert and you knew how to onboard those people and get them launched. And you and I have talked about before as well that a lot of people, they get lost because they don't know what to do next. But also they don't start because they're afraid of what to do next, whether it's a negative reaction or a positive reaction. You say to me, no, it's a pyramid thing. I go, what do I say now? Oh, I don't want to look stupid, because the fear of judgment is the mother of all fears, right? Or if you say, yeah, send me the information. I go, what information? Oh, I don't want to mess it up. This is a hot client. This is a hot prospect. Oh God, I've got so much respect for this person. So people just don't get started. So what does that structured sales process look like for you? Because your business, what's happened to your business since you've like implemented like an onboarding process or like a structured sales process? What's happened?
So I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but the point is, like, we were building, of course, we were building with Jessie Lee. We learned so many things from Jessie Lee. And the point was, like, it was super cool to see, because she was the biggest and best recruiter I ever knew. And I was like, yeah, I would love to have this skill, but I don't have it yet. So so there was always like, damn. So I have to find, of course, my way and help my people. And this combination was, of course, super, super, super great. And why did we came to implement more system? Because we were building so much on Facebook with an ATM system. I think some people know, but there was always the thing, yeah, what if you are in Facebook jail? You're out of business. And that was the first problem. So if I don't own my data, I have a problem. The other thing is, like, at least for my perspective, maybe some people see it differently. And the other thing is, like, if you have multiple channels, which is like Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Snapchat, YouTube, and you have it at different places, I get crazy. So I wanted to have everything in one place, because I'm super messy with following up. So I need a structure. So we started to just fix two things. Be in control of your data, or have your contacts at one place, like a CRM system. And the other thing is, like, having an easy way to inform people. Because what I learned in network marketing is, I think that guy was called Frazer, is like, always use a tool. So, because then everyone can do it. Everyone can send a video or show a video to someone else. Even I can do that. So we started trying this out. And the point is, we used that in summer. We started to implement it, and we were able to double our volume in 3 months. So that was the challenge we did. So we went from 500,000 to 1 million a month.
500,000 to 1 million a month in 90 days, in like 2 months, 3 months, right? 3 months using a system. And you said to me something very powerful that I've shared since you mentioned it to me. And I think it's important for people to write this down and know this, that if you have a system, you learn the system. If you don't have a system, you learn everything. And Sascha was the one who told me that. And it's so freaking true. Like, and if you, I would say the test is, if you're out there right now learning all the things to try and figure it all out, then you just don't have a system. You just do not have a system. And like, so my structured process that I've always talked about in I Dare You has always been to create content, to connect, create content, to connect with people, to communicate with people, and close people. Like, that's always been like the process. You create content, you connect with people, you communicate with people, and you close people. I think in one of the previous interviews that we did, there was you post, you pique interest, you present, and then you pass on to someone else, right? That's just there's another system. What's the structured sales process that you use?
The point is, if I go on, if I look above on both things, it seems to be the same. First of all, you have to get leads. Then you have to build a relationship with these people, because if there's no trust, they don't buy from you. So find out. So first of all, connecting with people. That can be social media, warm contacts, whatever. Use whatever you have, and focus on one thing first. Then building up connection and relationship with people. Because if they feel seen and understood, they open up, and then you are ready and able to help them. Then, of course, what we use is like third-party validation, which is like, yeah, show people that you are able to solve their problem.
Mm-hmm.
What I mean with this is like, yeah, for example, using testimonials, because if your goal would be like building some muscle or losing some weight, and I can send you some pictures from people who might have the same background like you tendly trust more the process and trust more what I have here to offer, and you're slightly more open to look at the solution I have for you. So then we use the tool to inform the person rather about the business or the product. And the cool part is we can track it so that I'm actually seeing, is this person clicking on the link I'm sending him, and how much of the video, and that for us was a huge game changer, is the person looking at. Because sometimes you send someone and then you don't know what to do next, because you don't know, did they click on the link? When should I follow up? Should I wait 3 days? But 3 days are way too long because this world is moving so fast. And then it's all about then follow-ups, and then at the end, launching a new partner or launching a new customer. Why? Because a new customer is open up the door to 200 new people I don't know yet.
Yeah, it's so funny what you say about following up immediately. Like, how many people go to the cinema, finish the movie, and then 3 days later say, "Hey, Sascha, what do you think of that movie we watched?" Like, no one waits 3 days. They don't even wait 3 minutes. It's whilst you're walking out of the cinema, you're like, "Oh my God, that was so good. Oh my God, that was awful. Why didn't we leave halfway through? That was terrible." Like, you follow up on the movie straight away. You should do this. You should do the same thing. Sascha, this is amazing. I have so many different questions. How do people go and find you on social media?
On social media, the best way is Instagram. Sascha Franz _life.
Yeah, if you type in Sascha Franz,
I'm super sure everyone would say like, how can he build a big business? His social media is so low. But the point is like, it's not about just getting the most followers. It's just like, I'm there to build a team, and it's not, everything is not always social media.
Yeah, it's mobilizing the people who, like, if someone is interested, there's a reason for that. If someone joins, there is a reason for that. If someone launches, there is a reason for that. If someone recruits someone, there is a reason for that. And I think that it's up to people like Sascha and myself to find those reasons as fast as you can, leveraging tools, systems, scripts, and just understanding that every one person who's in the business could be $1 million business. Like, and it's just, if you think about when you got started, how much you needed to wake up. Jessie Lee talked about it in her story as well. When she started, she just wanted to make $300 a month. We connected because we had the same goal, $300 a month, right? And we often laugh together about the person who we used to be. Go and watch Jessie Lee's videos from like 2015, 14. Like, you're going to laugh because she looked completely different. Same with me. Right, I had longer hair here than I had on here. It was wild. But Sascha, I'm super excited for the second part. Thank you so much, mate.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
All right, Sascha, thank you so much. I appreciate it. That was awesome. I love when people have a system. Like, it just makes it so much easier. As I mentioned before, saving yourself stress, time, energy, money. Absolute game changer. Truly, truly cool. So, for those of you who haven't already done so, again, you can go over to let me just put it on the screen here, thesaga.app/Frazer, thesaga.app/Frazer, thesaga.app/Frazer. I'll also mention it tomorrow as well. I don't want you guys to miss out. So yeah, thesaga.app/Frazer. Go into your browser and go and get that 7-day free trial. Right. So the all access pass as well. I'll mention it here before we wrap up today. And by the way, if you haven't already done so, make sure you send a post. Make sure you take a screenshot of what you're seeing right now, whether it's a boomerang, a little video, a photo. Post it onto your Instagram stories and tag me at Frazer Brookes Online. Let me know if you're enjoying the summit so far, because I would love to see that. And I've already been replying to so many different people who've been doing it over the last couple of days. And in the Telegram channel, which you would have the opportunity to join when you registered for free on this summit. Let me know in each day's post what your big bingo moment has been. It gives a massive perspective. It gives a massive insight and feedback for us to be able to improve the content in the future content and conversion summits if and when we decide to do them. Now, the All Access Pass, you're gonna get full recordings, lifetime access to all 5 days of this incredible summit. We're only on day 3. Oh my God, kind of crazy. You're gonna get the behind the scenes interviews as well for lifetime. With Sascha, I asked him, like, has the system really helped? Like, without just like talking about like the promotion stuff, like, has it really helped and how? I talked about in what 3 questions would you answer yourself daily in order to make sure you're moving forward with the system. What's the one thing that everybody need when they have a system in order for it to skyrocket? And how to think long term. And then what to do with the team to make sure the system absolutely fundamentally works so that you can double your business in 90 days at a high level. And if you're not at a high level, the doubling should be significantly easier. Going from a team of 1 to a team of 2, from a team of 2, it's probably going to be a lot easier than a team of 1,000 to a team of 2,000, all right? Or 10,000 to 20,000, let's just say. All right. So, and the third thing is we have the implementation day, that training that's going to be happening. And you're going to be getting live access via Zoom, but also the recordings of that, which is going to be worth way more than the price of the All Access Pass altogether, because we're going to give you a fundamental, targeted, focused game plan for you to use over the next 90 days to skyrocket your business. All right. So tomorrow, we've got day 4, which I'm super excited about because we're going to be hearing from my friend Julia and also Catherine, 2 women who are crushing it, one in the US, one in Europe. They're absolutely amazing human beings. And I'm going to be talking to you about what you should be using on your pinned posts on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. I'm also going to talk to you about how to use before and after videos, or before and after posts, or like demonstration posts. And then I've got a really cool tactic for you to use when you go to events. So don't miss day 4. It's going to be absolutely incredible. Commit to being a finisher, and I'll see you soon. All right? Kisses to you all. God bless. I'll see you on day 4. Bye-bye.